we're just gonna take a moment and start to find a comfortable seated position. So remembering that when we meditate, we don't have to sit in any particular way, but the goal is that you can be comfortable and not be distracted by your body. And so go ahead and just take a few moments and start to settle in to that space. We're gonna close our eyes and let our arms rest down by our side. And we're just gonna take a moment to begin to become present, to begin to let go of any distractions or any of the busyness of our day, of our week. And instead, we take this time to nourish and support ourselves. And so we remember that the practice of meditation is not that we have to completely clear our mind. It's a practice of beginning to focus our mind in different ways. And so as we begin to settle in today, we're going to do a meditation connecting humanity. And so we first begin to picture some people in our lives. It doesn't matter exactly who it is that we're picturing. We allow ourselves to connect with their humanity, to remember that they are people just like we are people. We all have emotions, we all make mistakes, we all have joys and sorrows and everything in between. And ultimately, throughout our differences, we are the same. And so as we begin to connect with that sense of humanity, we begin to connect with a sense of compassion, recognizing our own humanity, recognizing how we all have emotions, we all have shortfalls, we all have strengths and everything in between. And it's not that anything is better or worse. We feel a sense of connection between ourselves and all of those around us as we move through this human experience. And as we find that connection in our human experience, we meet it with compassion, showing compassion towards ourselves and those around us for all of those things that make us human. And so if you feel your mind wandering today, come back to that base of common humanity and meet it with compassion. Come back to your own humanity, to those things, to those stories that you create about yourself, and you meet them with compassion. Remembering that we can always come back to our breath if that's a better version for us. And so we allow ourselves to settle in, to feel this sense of deep connection. So again, we allow ourselves to notice those thoughts. that arise. We notice those things in us that are just like things that are in those that we care about. We notice how we're all sharing this human experience. And if we meet ourselves and we meet those around us with compassion, our experience changes. So even as we sit, if we start to feel discomfort in our body, we again notice it as part of our human experience, as part of our connection with humanity. We notice how the things we feel relate to things that other people may experience as well, although not identical. We all have trials and tribulations. If we can train ourselves to meet those trials and tribulations with compassion, we completely change our experience of them. And so, on a small scale, if we begin to feel discomfort in our body, begin to notice if you can change. Begin to notice if you can meet that discomfort with compassion and notice how your experience of it changes. And so as you meet other people that create discomfort in your body, you use this time to find compassion for yourself so that you can find compassion for others. So we feel how our experiences can be just like experiences that everyone else has. We meet all of those experiences, all of those relationships with compassion. And then we start to gently move our fingers and our toes. We take our time to gently open our eyes and close them, repeating that several times as we give ourselves time to reintegrate back into the current space. So once you're ready, we'll then take a deep breath in, sweeping our arms up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll let our hands come together to meet at our heart, taking a moment to honor what we did for our mind, our body, and our spirit. Thank you for the energy and the beauty that you each bring. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you find freedom, know peace, and walk through the world with ease.